Okay, so this is the aftermath of my post-contest binge. Tesco cookie sandwiches and Nutella and whatnot. Yeah, and this was free food at the first class lounge, which my mom has access to. Um, yeah, it was great hitting the macros. What's up, guys? So we've touched down Croatia. First stop is Zagreb, the capital, and then going down to Split, then Var, which is an island, and then all the way down south to Dubrovnik, which is the last stop, and we'll take a day trip to Montenegro there. But yes, so this is the start. An awesome city, beautiful, beautiful place. And there'll be more trees and things as we go down, trees and beaches.
Of course, what everybody said, that it looked like he was fucking
Yeah,
the
we
city
took
because
many
you have a
walking
naked
tours,
man,
stuff
you know,
like that.
lying on the ground and
And
kissing the
this
floor.
would
It looks
just
like he was
be
making
some
love
of
to the
like gym
city. So
footage along
officially,
with
this is the
food
place for the
and
city of
pictures that
Zagreb.
we've yeah, and just brief description about this. This is a tunnel that was used in World War II that they recently reopened. Temperature difference is like 10 degrees less than outside, and it's like 30 degrees outside, so it's amazing. It's so nice. And the views in Croatia are just amazing, as you'll see. Even Zagreb, which is just a huge city, capital, and so on.
Architecture, and it was built from the 1960s. Zagreb, from the time Zagreb and Croatia was part of Yugoslavia. This was the thing which was built in Yugoslavia. If you're gonna go to Serbia, to Belgrade, which is the capital of Serbia, they also have New Belgrade on the other side of the river, just like we have New Zagreb on the other side of the river. That was simply what they were doing at that time. Today, New Zagreb is part of the city which is in the background. It's what makes it part of a simple way to, just notifications from back in the days. Of course, today we only have this as a part of the tradition, so I can still say that I live in a city which has a cannon that marks the moon, which is pretty cool fact about the city of Zagreb. You can only hear this cannon around this part of Zagreb. So if you live down there, there is no way you will hear it. For that reason, we also have a Facebook page, and it's also, I think, done by the same guy who does the cannon. This Facebook page is called Grčki Top, it's Croatian for the cannon. What it does only one thing. Every single day, once a day, exactly at noon, they just write a status saying boom, and that's it. It's a pretty cool thing, actually. Just as on the profile photo, the photo of the cannon, it says boom every day. And every day they have like 200 or 300 likes, because if you're on Facebook at that time, it really is funny.
Shit. Quite loud.
Then from the tower we went on this gentleman street and we ended up on the St. Mark's Square. This is again the building of the government and the parliament. It's not just this building, not just that building, it's the entire complex actually. Then we went down here, the stone gate was here, you saw the chapel. We took down this street and then again this is the bar street, that long street with just the bars, nothing else. Okay, so again I would recommend it. If nothing else, you can just...
So I'm officially on diet break. So I was hitting my protein, carbs and fats, just upping them, trying to hit my caloric goal, but the main thing is protein, having a shit ton of food, and basically enjoying myself, and still gymming even. It's really streamlined and kind of like spatial. It's called the Gallo Churdo, and it's owned by a really rich family, and it's one of the fastest yachts in the world. It can go up to 60 nautical miles, with I think 2 jet engines, just insane, like a 14,000 horsepower or something crazy like that. Yeah, and all this food, pizza. So at the Hilton, bit of an impromptu gym session. It's just arms and back and cardio, so it's not too bad. Don't need heavy weights. So I'm using the Hilton. It's closer, cheaper, and be quick. Getting a bit fat. Fuck. Yeah, get this over with and go on about our day because we've got stuff to do. Which is one of the tourist main destinations. Sweet shop, bought a couple of sweets, only 100 grams, just to try some. It was amazing, and basically Dubrovnik is Game of Thrones. There'll be more pictures later, but that's basically what it is. It's King's Landing. They filmed it there. Obviously they added some CGI and shit, but it's basically the same, and it was pretty damn amazing. I love medieval stuff, I love medieval history, and basically I felt like I was in Skyrim or some video game. Yeah, so still doing these heavy squats. They didn't let me deadlift in this gym, so I did lunges instead, which I know is a little silly, but BNBF shirt, stringer that I've been using. Check out the striations. Yeah, you might have noticed in some videos, I'm gonna go ahead and say it now, like right here, I look a bit bloated or retaining water. So what happened was, basically I went from a crazy high fiber diet to almost zero fiber normal person, no gains diet. Yeah, needless to say, so I couldn't do my basically. I used to go to the toilet every day and play. Force it, like greens and shit, just to try and make it up. So this was an oyster farm. Had some oysters. Yeah, back to the constipation problem. I'm just trying all I can to get more fiber in because it's really difficult on a normal diet. I actually ate a tin of beans this morning just to fucking get that fiber in. And a bit of protein, to be honest, but yeah, so I'm a bit bloated and my stomach's, it's just, but so this was a day trip to an oyster farm, a place called Ston. Beautiful place. This restaurant owns their own oyster farms, and we took a day trip out. And lastly, this was our day trip to Montenegro, which was a neighboring country. To be honest, it's really nice, but to be honest, Croatia is nice. Anyway, we took a ferry, just walked around, went to two towns, just good fur, and I can't remember what the other one was, started with K, but yeah, not my language, but yeah, it was really beautiful. And then look, I'm just trying to get the fiber in. So that's it for Croatia. Next stop, Greece.
Do you want to take a photo for us?